Speaking of a fantastic priest, one of our favorites, on this Monday of the third week of Lent, this Monday, March the 4th, our word for today is reasoned, and here to talk about it is the fabulous, the wonderful, our friend, Mr. Father. I don't know why I went with Mr.
I think
Father
my
Mark
time's
Davis.
up. After my introduction, I think my time's up.
Good morning, Father Mark Davis.
We got another page here, Father.
Hey, good morning, David. Good morning, Ron. How are you guys?
We're doing fantastic.
Wonderful.
How about you?
Good. Can you hear me?
We can. Yeah, you're coming around. You're coming in loud and clear.
Good. It is so happy. I'm so happy to join you. I'm in Vermilion. What a wonderful place. I have, so, like Sacred Heart Fremont, they were able to bring a very famous Father Larry Richards in, and the people of Vermilion brought me in. For their parish mission.
Those are some pretty smart people in Vermilion. Let's be clear.
Well, you know what? I like the way you think. So I've been presenting a mission entitled "Exploring the Mystery of God." Nice to do as someone who practices the art of illusion. But really, what does it mean? Very similar to Father Larry. What does it mean to have a relationship with God? What does it mean to know Jesus?
And what time are your presentations, Father? You've got tonight and tomorrow?
Right. No, actually, this is the last night.
Okay.
Tonight we're exploring the mystery of the Eucharist. We will pray the Mass together and to be able to talk about and explain along the way about how we can use this ritual of the Mass. I don't think a lot of people, when kids always talk to priests, they go, "Why is the Mass so boring?" Well, because we've never really explained or understand what a ritual is. Why is there a script? Why is it the same? So we can enter into something very mystical, and it's very much like the ritual of the Sabbath and the Passover from our Jewish ancestors. And I think understanding what ritual prayer is really helps us to be able to enter into it and to use it to be able to become closer to Jesus.
Amen.
And so this is St. Mary's Vermilion. On Saturday night, we talked about entering into the mystery of God. What's that look like? And then last night we talked about the mystery of God's healing, and both of those I think are on recordings.
Oh, nice.
They're at their website. So it's been a great honor to be able to be here. What a wonderful area and wonderful people. So it's been great. And now you're nice enough to ask me talk about the word reasoned from the story about Naaman. I don't know if you've ever heard, there's a story that many nursing teachers tell about a new nurse goes in to a psychiatric, hospital, and she's making rounds, and she goes into one patient. She says, "Well, good morning," and the woman in the room says, "Well, that's no way to address me." I said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. What should I say?" "Well, you should be able to be on your knees and give much more respect and dignity of a person of my stature." "Oh, really? You have stature?" "Well, don't you know? I'm the queen." Oh, you're the queen. "Well, yes, I am." "Well, who told you were the queen?" "God." And then from down the hall you hear, "No, I didn't."
Oh, that's funny. Oh, my goodness.
So it's this whole thing. Sometimes I think we go through our Monday and our Tuesday, like you guys were talking, and it seems like everybody's crazy. Getting ready for elections, on all levels, and we reading and praying for people around the world warring with one another. And sometimes you just say, where is truth? And that is what our faith gives us, is that in our scriptures, even as old and ancient as they are, we know they come from God, and they give us sound reasoning. And in the first reading today, his servants reasoned with Naaman. Naaman is one of my favorite stories. I just love this story because here he was, the servant girl sent him all the way to Israel to be cured, but then again, he made it political. He goes to his king, and then they give him all this riches to give to the king of Israel. The king of Israel says, I don't know anything about this, because the little girl had sent him to the prophet. And it's like the prophet says, go wash 7 times in the Jordan. And he says, that's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. And his pride was hurt that it didn't. The cure was not what he expected, for him to come up and do something. And it begs the question: every one of us listening right now, we're in the middle of Lent. Are there some things that we know God tells us, or to do to help our relationship with Him that we just don't do? I mean, do we know that we should be praying all throughout the day, even a little bit? And we know when we've done it, it really helps us, but we don't. There may be people, that they know that whenever they go to church, and it might only be once a month, that they know they feel better, but they just made the effort. It might change their life if they went every weekend and made it a priority, or even during the week. Are there things, that we just are simple, that we know they're a right thing to do, that we just don't do, and that are easy and could change our life and our relationship with God? So I just offer us for our reflection today, Naaman, who just thought it was so stupid to do something simple like go into that ratty little river, but it cured him. And what could God do for us if we just did some simple things that we just don't want to do and don't get around to doing, that God tells us to do?
You're invited to a very special evening with Annunciation Radio.
Annunciation Radio's first ever Faithful Warriors Banquet is coming up on Thursday, March the 14th at the Pinnacle in Maumee, featuring Father John Ricardo and Bishop Daniel E. Thomas. Time is running short to reserve your seats. Visit artoledo.com and get your tickets today.
In addition to a keynote address by Father Ricardo, we will be honoring this year's Faithful Warriors Award recipients, Rich and Connie Cronin, during this very special dinner event. Seating is limited, and the deadline for tickets is March 4th.
Don't miss this first annual Annunciation Radio Faithful Warriors Banquet. Go to artoledo.com and reserve your seats today. That's artoledo.com.
We hope to see you there.